Alright, so this is the navigation video, road testing it, taking you around town so you get an idea of how you're going to be navigating. You have one of two options, where to or view map. To start, we'll go with view map. This shows the current location of where you are, as well as trekking without actually having a destination in mind. Here you'll see the green icon for traffic is indicating. If we click on that, it will bring up the traffic legend. Now here you can see there is a traffic signal that it has gotten. Recent traffic in the area will be displayed over here. In this case, Route 59 at Palisades Interstate Parkway apparently normally has delays, but right now does not. Now the traffic, as I said before, is a ad-supported item. So on occasion, if it does receive a ad, it will show up here, and you just click on it and it will go away. In this case, I'm not near enough to anything that has traffic or has an ad, so I'm not getting anything. If we click on traffic conditions, we will get a map overlay and it will show any traffic conditions along the route that we're going. Traffic legend is just what everything you saw on that previous screen would be. Alright, so we have the car. If we select our car, it brings up several options. Where am I, nearest to, and nearest intersection. It also brings up quick keys of hospital, police station, and fuel. This is also how you would save an area to your favorites. You would click the save button and then give it a name. We're going to go back because we want to go somewhere. In this case, we're going to go where to. Again, on this screen, several different options. You have the pre-programmed home, address, restaurants, gas stations. Over here you have categories, your saved favorites, and recently searched. Now, this was the area of concern with many people, this search near. They were looking for certain items, but this search near was doing towards localized. So if you did a search for Main Street, you're going to get a lot of Main Streets. Maybe you want Main Streets somewhere else. What you can actually do is you click on that, and you have choices, where I am now, a different city, recent destinations. You're going to choose a different city, so you can choose the city in which Main Street resides. Okay, in this case, we're going to do a search. Oh, no, we're not going to do a search yet, because we're going to do an address. Because we want to go to 153. Alright, so we are going to get directions to one of the local schools here. Once you enter an area that you wish to go, you have these choices that will pop up. You have information, which will give you a general calculation of how long it will take you to get there, the distance to that location, and a mini map. And if you had any traffic delays along the way. Routes, it will give you options. In this case, we have 3 minutes, 1 mile. This option will switch it around to a different, although it looks like it's just telling me the same thing. Go back. So we're going to select go.
Please drive to highlighted route.
And that is American Jill and how she speaks. As I said in an earlier video, stop, detour. These are buttons that I added afterwards, but we'll get started and go for a drive. Now in the lower left, you'll notice this particular dashboard has arrival time, as well as the right hand side has the current speed of the vehicle. Once we get to a street that actually has a speed limit indicator, we'll see that in the lower right. And there it is. So that is the speed limit for this particular street.
Drive, then turn right on Hammond Road.
And hopefully you heard American Jill there. And And we're just going to go over the speed limit a little bit so you can see that it actually will show you that you are going too fast. So you get an indication if you go over the speed limit, but not if you go under the speed limit. And we're just gonna put that right there because we don't want that to stay there. Actually, I might move that down a little bit so you can still see the speed, but we don't want to see the red. And we have to wait for the red light in the slow cars, but here we go. Now you notice up in the upper left, these are the
9.5 miles. Then turn left on Stores Road.
as she's giving directions. Up in the top left, you might not be able to see it too well now because of a little sun glare. There are the turn navigation icons up here, so it lets you know in X amount of miles you need to turn this way, as well as giving you the next road up in the top. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not paying attention. There is a cop on the side of the road.
2 miles. Turn left on Stores Road.
And we have to come to a full stop. And here we go. Now, where it says Stores Road, if you were at a complete stop and near an actual ad, there would be a nice wipe across the top there, and it would say Shell Gasoline. And that would put a small scissor icon over here that you cannot get rid of on the map unless you actually touch it. And then it'll bring up...
on Stores Road.
There, we're gonna turn left. And once you touch that icon, it brings up a listing of Shell gas stations that are close to you, so you have to click it.
2 miles till address 153 on right.
Click it and then click it off again. Alright, we'll be arriving at destination.
Arriving at address 153 on right.
And here we are. So I'm going to hit stop. And there we go. I want to go back to where we were. So we're going to do another option. We can bring up the 3 bars here. We'll bring up more options. Where am I? Traffic, computer. But you see down here it says where to. We're going to hit where to. But this time we're going to search. Rather than putting in a exact address, we're going to look for something. In this case, we're going to look for... Alright, we want this. We want North Rockland High School, because that's where we actually came from. So we plug it in. It does its little calculating to figure out the route you want to go. So again, we have routes. This is pretty much going to take us back the exact way we want. Here, we didn't see this earlier, but this is those notifications on the side of the road. So it's items that you may be interested in. If we click on that, it will tell us that that is a bank, but it's not going to let me do that in this screen. So we're going to select go. And here we go. It wants me to make a right up here because it's the shorter distance, but I'm going to take the scenic route. And what it did there was recalculate, and we're going to go a new way. Actually bring us through Letchworth. Anybody who is familiar with the Ghost Adventure Hot Topic Ghost Hunter people will be familiar with the Letchworth area. All the locals got a good laugh out of them calling it Haverstraw. They sounded like a bunch of hillbillies. We call it Haverstraw. But we have to wait for another red light. But through the magic of editing, you won't have to wait long. We're also going this way to avoid the cop.
0.4 miles, then turn right on Birch Drive.
So again, we can see that it's directing me to turn right on Birch Drive. It probably
Drive 0.3 miles, then turn right on Hammond Road.
Apparently the GPS is smart because it's avoiding a street light. Took us down a side street so we wouldn't get caught at the intersection. Though it did take us down to residential. Very tight residential where people don't know how to park. We're just gonna squeeze through a couple of cars here because apparently a residential area doesn't give people permission how to park like stupid people. That's a tight squeeze. Stop sign.
Continue 0.3 miles to North Rockland High School. On left.
This is good because it doesn't look like it's actually going to tell us to pull into the one-way out, which is a problem I had with the previous GPS.
Arrive at North Rockland High School. On left.
And there we go. Arrived at destination.